So what I'm gonna do is put a text box in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is move my players off to the side to start. Then we want to create a new layer just for the text. So let's make a new instances layer called text_layer. What I went ahead and did is make a background for my text. And that I did straight in GameMaker. I didn't import it, I just drew on there. And it's a 200 by 220 wide image. So what we're going to do is we are going to create an object for the text background. So go to objects and create a new one, and I'm calling it obj_text_bgd for background. Now remember, you want to attach your background to that object like so. Now we're going to create another object just for the text. So we're going to call it game_text, and that is going to be a drawing of the text. So it doesn't have to have a sprite, and that is where we're going to place the text. So place your game text object onto your text layer. And I've already positioned it where I want it, and now we are going to add an event. So first create, we are going to assign a variable, and it's going to be called character count, and it's going to first start at 0. Then we are going to add a draw event to draw our text. So let's create an instance, and we are going to create the object text block instance. And we're going to be having it on the text layer. Don't forget that you want to have the origin in the middle, and ignore the coordinates for now, as it says. Then we're going to draw some text. So first you can set draw color, which will be the color of the text. And we also want a font, so let's go to fonts, right click, create, and then select a font. And I'm choosing Oswald. And I'm choosing the size to be 10, and anti-aliasing off. And we're doing the light style. And then regenerate. And the game preview is what it's going to look like in the game. Now you're going to choose a set font block and set the font to font 1, which we just created. Last, you're going to do draw value, which is actually going to be what you want the text to say. So what I'm doing is I'm writing just this long paragraph, basically setting the scene. This is where you can kind of do your storytelling. And what I'm saying is press space to continue, and that's an important part for this new thing. And as you can see, if we run the game, you can see it up top there. -n is basically a break in the text, and you want both x and y to be 0 and relative. A new function that we are going to use is string copy. And what string copy does is basically have your text, 1 is your index, and number of characters to display is the last argument. When the player will press space, the text will read a character at a time or multiple characters at a time, and that's what character count is going to do. So right now I'm just positioning the background and the text to line up with each other. To get a typing effect that I was talking about, we are going to have an event in the spacebar. So add an event, key pressed space. And then what it's going to do is it's going to add more characters to character count. So I'm going to add 3 characters each time you press the spacebar. Now I'm adding a new event for key pressed enter, because at the end of my paragraph it said press enter to start. First, I'm gonna look up do effect. And I'm gonna have it as a ring, and it's gonna be above the object. And remember to press 0, 0 on this, and make sure that it's applied to the background. And also, I'm gonna change the color to the color I want, and then don't forget to press OK. And then we're also gonna search up destroy instance. Remember, we want 2 destroy instances because we want to destroy the game text and its background, so game text is going to be for itself. And then also, when we press enter, we want to destroy the background as well. So that's what the 2 destroy instances does. We're going to add an if statement to make sure that the player has to read all of our text before they destroy. So before you could press enter right away, but now if we add this if character count is not equal to how many characters there are or how many presses, then it won't be able to be destroyed. So now right now I'm counting how many times I have to press the space bar. And it turns out I have to press it 44 times. So if you do 44 times 3, that is 132. And so now we have to get through the whole message before we can destroy it by pressing enter.